Okay. Hi and welcome to my maths class. Today we're going to do the theorem that states opposite angles of a cyclic quad are supplementary. Now what does that mean? That means that if I take the two angles that are opposite each other in a cyclic quad. Now you know what's a cyclic quad. It's a four-sided figure with all 4 points touching the circle. Then these angles will equal, when I sum them up, they will equal to 180 degrees. So looking at the drawing, what does it mean? It tells us that 2D plus 3D is going to equal to 180 degrees. Why? It's the opposite angles of a cyclic quad. The opposite angles of a cyclic quad add up to 180 degrees. So if I want to solve for D, then I have 5D is equal to 180 degrees. That means D is equal to 36 degrees. Now if I wanted to calculate C, C is also opposite angles of a cyclic quad. So I have 3C plus C is equal to 180 degrees. Reason, opposite angles of a cyclic quad. That would mean 4C is equal to 180 degrees. C is equal to 45 degrees. Now if they continue and they say, okay, give us the value of A, B, C and D. Then we know A is equal to 2D, which would mean it's 2 times 36 degrees. Which will give us 72 degrees. B is equal to 3C. 3 times 45 degrees, which is equal to 135 degrees. C is equal to 3D, which will be 3 times 36 degrees, which equals to 108 degrees. Then we've got D is equal to 1C, which is equal to 45 degrees. If they don't ask this, you don't need to answer it. Usually they'll say, calculate the value of D, calculate the value of C. Let us look at the following rider. Now, if I want A or C, we don't have either value, but we can calculate A and B. Why? Because they are telling us that this is an isosceles triangle. By these lines, we know they are isosceles triangle. So I know A is going to equal to B. Why? It's an isosceles triangle and that was given to us. That would mean A plus B plus my 44 degrees is going to equal to 180 degrees. So 2B is going to equal to 180 degrees minus 44 degrees. Why did I say 2B? Because A is equal to B. So I'd have 2B is equal to 136 degrees, giving me B is equal to 68 degrees. Now if B is equal to 68 degrees, then A is equal to 68 degrees. Right, now if I have that A is equal to 68 degrees, what can you tell me about A plus C? A plus C is going to equal to 180 degrees. Opposite angles of a cyclic quad. Now A is 68 degrees. So I can calculate C, which would mean C is equal to 112 degrees. Right, let us look at the following rider. We can see that A and C are opposite angles of a cyclic quad. So I know angle A plus angle C is going to equal to 180 degrees. Why? Opposite angles of a cyclic quad. Remember, no reason, no mark. That would mean A is equal to 78 degrees. Because I know 102 plus 78 is going to give me 180 degrees. It's simple, solve for x. Okay, so you're going to say A plus C is equal to 180 degrees. If C is equal to 102, then I've got A is equal to 78. Now if A is equal to 78 degrees, how do I calculate R? What do I notice about triangle ADB? Triangle ADB is an isosceles triangle. I told you, isosceles triangle and radius are usually the lifelines of geometry. So I'm going to have that D1 is equal to B1. Why? It's an isosceles triangle and it was given to us. Now if D1 plus B1 plus A is equal to 180 degrees. Reason, sum of angles of a triangle. Now D1 plus B1 is equal. So I can say 2D1 is going to equal to 180 degrees minus 78 degrees. You've already calculated the value of A. So we have 2D is equal to 102 degrees, giving us that D1 is equal to 51 degrees. And D1 is R, so I've got that R is equal to 51 degrees. Thank you for watching.